What is going on, guys? Tonight we have a 5 game slate in the W after that terrible Commissioner's Cup final the other night. I don't know if you watched that game, but it was rough for both teams. The Fever, they ended up coming out on top, but it was definitely a rough game and a rough watch. So if you didn't see it, you really didn't miss too much. But in this video, I will be sharing some of my top player prop bets for these games tonight. If you want to see all of my final plays so you could tail them or even fade them if you wanted to, check out the link in the pinned comment below. So since I didn't post a video yesterday, we had no games in the W or anything, and I didn't really have any results to give you guys in the video. So I just want to take a minute here and go through my picket for June really quick. I had a pretty solid month. It was definitely carried by a few giant days. You see on the 20th, we made $900, 19th, $424 profit. On the 30th, $366 profit. I mean, that's essentially $1,500 right there. And the rest of the month was pretty much break even. But it was still a really good month for us. And a lot of those big days were days that I swept the WNBA completely. If you're unfamiliar with the way that I bet, is I do a bunch of round robin parlays. So if I post an article on OddsShopper of 6 WNBA plays, I'll do all 6 in one parlay, but I'll also do every combination of 2 for those plays too. It's just a way to mitigate risk and the way I like to do things. My record for individual WNBA player props, though, going into tonight is 70 wins and 49 losses. And going along with the no video yesterday, we did not have a community parlay yesterday. Apologize about that, but I'm not going to make you guys put a bunch of baseball plays on the slip. Unless you guys really want to, just post plays in the Discord, and if you can convince me, I'll do a community parlay for the MLB. But we did have a community parlay on Tuesday this week, even with the one game in the WNBA. This parlay was created by members of the free Lay the House RM Discord server, and from the comments on the video on Tuesday. I made a small video for the Commissioner Cup's final just for the one game, but every day I take my favorite props that were posted by members of the community, I make a parlay, and if it hits, I give away the cash in Discord. So drop a comment of your favorite player prop today. It could be for any sport, preferably WNBA to stick with the theme of the video, and I might use it in our community parlay for tonight. Looking at the parlay from Tuesday, though, it was another rough go for the community, going just 2 out of 5 on the slip, so hopefully tonight we have some better luck. All right, so now let's start looking at the games for tonight. We have a fun 5-game slate before having no games until Saturday. I don't love this scattered schedule. We had, the one Commissioner's Cup final game on Tuesday, nothing Wednesday, 5 games Thursday, nothing Friday, and I think 3 games this coming Saturday, but I don't make the schedule, so we're just going to have to deal with it. But for tonight, we have 2 games that are projected to be close and then 3 potential blowouts. We have the Aces and the Fever playing after the Fever just won the Commissioner's Cup final the other night. They are home underdogs without Caitlin Clark again. Moving on to the Sparks and the Liberty. The Liberty are large home favorites, even without Jonquel Jones again. Cameron Brink is still out for the Sparks. They said she would be back in June. We're now in July, and she is still not back yet. We then have the game with the closest spread with the Storm against the Dream. The Dream might be without Ryan Howard, so you need to keep an eye on that throughout the day. Moving to the Mercury and Wings. The Wings are missing Arike and potentially Hines Allen as well, so Paige might shoot 25 times tonight. And then lastly, we have the Mystics and the Lynx in another potential blowout with the Lynx losing their first home game of the season the other day. This slate's going to be a fun one. Hopefully we can have some really good profits going on tonight. All right, so that's enough rambling for me. Let's just jump right into the plays here. My first bet tonight, I'm going with Skylar Diggins over 17.5 points. I keep calling her the road warrior, and it keeps holding true and paying off for us. She has gone over this number in 8 out of her last 9 games overall and 7 out of 8 away games this season. This prop has been money for us all year, even when the line was 18.5. So I love it tonight at 17.5. For my second bet tonight, I am on Sonia Cintron over 12.5 points. This has been another player that we've been betting a ton on basically every single game, and it's been money for us all season. She has gone over this number in 8 out of 9 road games this season while averaging 16 points per game in these contests. She's also averaging 19.2 points in her last 5 games overall and is attempting 13 or more shots every game. Her over 9.5 points is also an amazing parlay filler, and that's one for us every game this season except for one. And for our parlay filler slash Green Goblin play tonight, we are going with Sabrina Ionescu over 3.5 assists. This game is not expected to be close, with the Liberty being pretty large home favorites, so that is a slight concern here, but she has gone over this number in 14 out of 15 games this season and 23 out of 26 home games last season. We've been on this every single game, so there's really no reason to stop now, even though she only ended up with 3 last game. So a quick recap of the bets for tonight. We have Skylar Diggins over 17.5 points, Sonia Cintron over 12.5 points, and also over 9.5 points on an alternate line. And then Sabrina Ionescu over 3.5 assists. That's going to wrap things up for us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that like button and also subscribe to the channel. Good luck on your bets tonight. And remember to comment your favorite play today so I can include it in the community parlay. I'll catch you guys on Saturday for the next slate in the WNBA.